This fall, fashion is taking a turn. Not louder, not sexier, but smarter. If you've been paying attention, you know something has shifted. People aren't dressing to get attention anymore. They're dressing to own it. We've finally reached the tipping point. The era of trying too hard is over. Fall 2025 is about effortlessness with edge, elegance without needing to prove anything, and most importantly, style that speaks before you do. Let's get into the top fashion trends of this fall, but not the kind you'll find on random Pinterest boards or a TikTok sped-up slideshow. These are the real shifts, the ones rooted in psychology, power, and cultural truth. Because at GTWJ, we don't just list trends, we decode them. Trend number 1, sharp femininity. We are witnessing the return of women who dress like they mean it. Less skin, more shape, less look at me, more try and keep up. There's a power in mystery, and women are reclaiming it. Brands like Kite, The Row, and Alaya are leading the way. Necklines are rising, skirts are grazing the ankles, silhouettes are structured yet sensual, and it's all intentional. This isn't modesty for the sake of hiding. This is fashion saying, you don't need to see my body to know I'm powerful. Trend number 2, monochrome mastery. Forget prints screaming for attention. The real luxury this fall is found in tones. Deep browns, navy, charcoal, camel. Wearing a single color head to toe, especially when it's tailored and intentional, tells the world that you know who you are. And you don't need to prove it with logos or gimmicks. Trend number 3, quality over noise. This fall, if your outfit can't speak for itself in silence, it's not saying anything. The demand for elevated fabrics, smart tailoring, and real craftsmanship is louder than ever. People are realizing they'd rather have one coat from The Row than 10 polyester ones from TikTok shops. We're in our investment era, not for resale, but for respect. Trend number 4, the rebirth of the woman. Not the baddie aesthetic, not the girl boss, not the high sexual influencer uniform, the woman. This is someone who doesn't need to weaponize her body to feel seen. She's elevated, introspective, self-respecting. You'll see her in midi skirts, tall boots, cashmere scarves, maybe an oversized blazer thrown over a flowing silk dress. She doesn't need to tell you she's expensive. You can feel it. Trend number 5, intentional accessories. No more piling on aesthetic jewelry for content. This season, people are choosing their pieces like signatures. A watch passed down, a cuff with a story, a belt that pulls the look together, the quiet confidence of a single well-placed Hermes bag instead of 10 trendy purses worn just to flex. And maybe the most important trend of all, dressing to be remembered, not just seen. The shock factor is tired. What's lasting now is elegance, not fake elegance like a blazer and a bra top. Real elegance. The kind that doesn't shout. The kind that walks into the room and instantly shifts the energy without trying. Fall 2025 is for women who've grown out of needing approval. We're watching people leave behind performative dressing for likes, dressing to fit into the cool girl algorithm, and instead stepping into themselves, their real selves. And if you're still clinging to the idea that empowerment comes from showing more skin, you're missing the point. Real power is when people admire you without knowing why. Real style makes people stop, think, and remember you long after you've walked away. This fall is for the thinkers, the women who walk with purpose, the ones who make fashion look like an extension of their soul, not a costume. If you're ready to dress like your future self, not your feed, welcome to Fall 2025. GTWJ is here to guide you through it all. Follow at GTWJ Mag on Instagram for more deep style decoding, fashion with meaning, and everything the mainstream won't tell you, because trends are temporary. But elegance? Elegance is eternal. Let's be brutally honest. We've watched the fashion world spiral into a strange kind of emptiness. People dressing not to express, but to compete. Compete for clicks, attention, validation. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. It got boring. How many versions of the same outfit do we need to see before we realize it's all just noise? Hypersexual silhouettes, the same cutout dresses, the same bodycon minis, micro mini tops masquerading as empowerment. It's not shocking anymore. It's tired. It doesn't inspire desire or admiration. It inspires scrolling past. This fall, the women who understand real power are walking away from the gimmicks. They're no longer dressing to be wanted. They're dressing to be respected. Elegance is not weakness. Modesty is not oppression. You don't don't need to show every inch of your skin to be relevant. And if your whole identity hinges on being half naked in a designer logo, that's not empowerment, that's marketing. We are stepping into an era where people want to be admired, not objectified. There is nothing strong about blending in with every other Instagram model. But there is something magnetic about the woman who walks in fully clothed and still becomes the center of attention without saying a word. Why do you think brands like The Row, Kite and Loro Piana are dominating right now? Because people are exhausted. Exhausted from trends that treat us like we're disposable. Exhausted from being sold sexy over and over until it means nothing. Exhausted from fashion that doesn't make you feel anything except cheap. So what are we seeing now? We're seeing the rise of the wardrobe that respects you back. Fabrics that whisper, not scream. Silhouettes that empower, not expose. Outfits that speak volumes in silence. This fall, the shift is spiritual. It's psychological. It's about stepping into the kind of woman who isn't trying to prove she's confident because she is. The fashion crowd is done pretending that throwing on a blazer over lingerie is elegance. It's not. That's just confused styling. Elegance is not about pretending to be classy while still giving into the same tired male gaze. It's about liberating yourself from it completely. The real trend this fall? Being so secure in your presence that your outfit doesn't need to do the talking. Wearing quiet clothes that hold loud meaning. Having so much self-worth that you don't need to flash skin to feel like you're enough. Because let's face it, if your power is only visible when you're revealing your body, you never had power to begin with. GTWJ is here to make sure you never settle for performative fashion again. This is the season where women take their style back, not for content, not for compliments, but for themselves. And if that bothers anyone, they were never your audience to begin with. Follow at GTWJ Mag. The ones who get it, get it. Let's be even more brutally honest. There's a reason why the woman who walks into the room in a long, structured coat, hair tied back, soft perfume in the air, perfectly chosen jewelry, and not a single inch of desperation on her, gets looked at differently. Because she's not asking for your attention, she commands it. Without begging, without revealing, without turning herself into a product. That's the difference. We've lived through years of hypersexual fashion being marketed as female empowerment. But let's call it what it really is, a commercial strategy designed to keep women selling themselves short in the name of freedom. Wearing less doesn't make you free. Wearing less doesn't automatically make you powerful. Sometimes it just makes you easier to consume. But elegance, real elegance, that can't be bought or faked. It's not a trend. It's an energy. It's how you carry yourself. It's what you don't reveal. It's choosing not to perform because you don't need to. The woman dressed with mystery, refinement and intention will always be more admired, more respected and more unforgettable than the one who feels the need to expose everything just to be noticed. Because people don't remember how much skin you showed, they remember how you made them feel. The quiet confidence of a woman who knows herself will always outshine loud outfits screaming for validation. She walks slower, talks less, but the whole room listens, watches, learns. So if you think sexy me means revealing every part of your body, you've been sold a lie. The real luxury today? Not needing to reveal anything and still being the most desired, most admired, and most respected woman in the room. That's what GTWJ stands for. And this fall, that's the only trend that actually matters.